Hello student, welcome to JoinEguru.net, a leading live online classroom specialized in conducting school level courses as well as career oriented and professional courses. And myself, Abhra Choudhury, faculty of JoinEguru in graphic designing. Now today I am here to discuss the fundamental aspect of graphic designing. Now in this video, I will discuss what is graphic designing is, what are the type of graphics are there, career prospect of designing, job role in graphic designing, and finally what are the software used in graphic designing. Now if you are interested in graphic designing or consider your career to be a graphic designer, then please watch this video. Now let us come what is graphic designing. Now graphic designing is an art or skill of combining text and image to communicate various messages. Now from this we get a very clear cut and simple answer. Now if I split the two words graphics and design, then we will get two different meaning for these two different words. Now let us come then what is graphics. Graphics is a visual element of art, imagination and expression through different medium like drawing, painting, lettering or any other. In fact, graphics is a building block of design. Now as I have discussed regarding the visual element, then what is these visual elements are or how these visual elements combine to create a design. Now these visual elements are number one, line. It might be straight line, it might be curved line, it might be vertical, horizontal, any line which will be an important factor for formation of any design. Now if I draw any object or arrange any element, it will take a form with definite shape and proper space in between. Without form, shape, we can't validate or declare anything to be an object or any design. Now as a result of that, these three elements, that is shape, space and form, is very much important for formation of any design. Now next factor is color. Now color is another important factor or element for the creation of any design. There are three type of colors are there. Number one is grayscale, number two is RGB, that is primary color, red, green, blue, and number three is CMYK, that is cyan, magenta, yellow, and K stands for black. Now grayscale is for black and white document, and RGB and CMYK, these two colors specially have a specific wavelength which ranges from 0 to 255. That means in between this range all the color shades are present. Let me show an example of this color which is used in graphic designing. Then you will understand what is the color variation and how many shades are there. Now this is a color picker. All the shades are present over here between this range, and this small circle is a picker, and we'll choose the type of color which is required for our design. Accordingly we'll choose that and implement in our design. Now next is texture. Texture is nothing but it is a kind of form or feel in any kind of substance or surface which had both physical and visual properties in both two-dimensional and three-dimensional drawing. In fact, it helps in the formation of any kind of background in any design. It gives proper look to any design. And last one is typography. Now we are all familiar with letter and text. Now typography is an art of arranging this letter and text to make it clear and give a visual appealing before presenting to the reader. It has definite font style, it has appearance and all that. In fact, typography holds the one side of the design and it balances with other object in the design. Now let us concentrate in this design, a simple design. Now as I've discussed, all the factor is these all factor are present over this design. Look this we have line in this, we have some color, we have some texture in the back, we have proper shape, form, space in this, and finally we have a design as a typography. So see, that all these elements are very much required for the formation of any kind of design. Now these are the some picture of texture as I have discussed. These are, one of them is woody texture, another one is noisy texture, another one is glassy texture, block design texture, and like these are many more texture are there. You can find it out in the internet, download it from there, or you can do by your own before implementing it to your design. These are the picture of some typography as like this there are thousands of typography, modern typography are there which is used in different design. Now let us come to the type of graphics. Now graphics is categorized into two types, that is raster graphics or bitmap graphics, and number two is vector graphics. Now let us come to what is vector graphics. Now, raster graphics. Raster graphics or bitmap graphics is a dot matrix data structure that represent a generally rectangular grid of pixels. As it given in the picture, thus these rectangular grid or the rectangular box are called raster graphics, which help in the formation of any kind of image. Now these raster graphics are characterized by pixel and resolution. These are the two familiar words which is very much related to us, as in the modern times we all use Android phones, iPhones, and we all click photographs, selfies, and these photograph and selfies are related with these two words. Then what is pixel? Pixel is the shortest unit which combine to form a digital photo and video. In fact, pixel determines the quality of the image. And then what is resolution then? The resolution refers to the number of pixels in an image. In fact, resolution counts and measures the number of pixels, or it is identified by the width and height of the image as well as the total number of pixels in the image. And in fact, it is determined rather the clarity of the image. So pixel and resolution are both interconnected with each other for a good qualities of photos and video. DPI, dot per inch, is related to resolution. Print resolution is measured in DPI. Now for example, if we drag a passport size or a small stamp size photograph into a A4 size or A5 size photograph, then it will definitely pixelate out after it got printed out due to low amount of resolution in that. Now in order to do that, we have to scan that photograph, and before scanning we have to increase the number of pixels, that is the amount of resolution in that. And this DPI on that case will increase the number of pixels, that is desired amount of resolution in the picture as it required for an A4 size or A5 size photograph. Then after that we can easily get printout of that and we get a good quality of picture. Then a question come to our mind that how much resolution is sufficient for a good quality of photograph. Now it will depend or vary according to our document or image size, but we have to keep in your mind that 300 dpi is minimum required for a photograph to be, for a good quality of photograph rather, to be printed out. Less than that it will get pixelated or it will give a blur or fuzzy look. Next we come to what is vector graphics. Now vector graphics are the computer graphics which is characterized or connected by lines and curves to form polygons and other shapes. In fact, these lines and polygon geometrical shape help to form any kind of design. Now it's given in the picture, that is rectangles, circles, dotted circles, this like that rectangle. Now all these geometrical shape is very much required. With this we formed a vector graphics image. Now these vector graphics are generally used for commercial purpose, that is for printing purpose, for the designing of logo, brochure, leaflet, or anything. Now let us come to design, the second part of graphic designing. Now design is nothing but a look and a function of something before it present to any viewer. It is a thinking, it is a practicality. Now there are some key principles of design. Number 1, balance. Number 2, alignment. Number 3, unity. Number 4, proximity, and number 5, simplicity. Now these are all are very much required for the formation of any kind of graphic design. Now let us concentrate this picture. Now these are the simple design of a flower. Now you see what are the points I have discussed regarding the principle, all are present over here. Now the three flower, it has a proper balance, with alignment, it has a unity on that, it has a proximity, that means you see that all the petals, several petals and the leaves are equally arranged with side by side, so that it give a proper look of a design, and overall it is a simple design of a different flower. That means it's the simplicity. So graphic designing is not a painting or a drawing. It's neither a creation of any poster, banner, or logo in a computer system. Rather, graphic designing is an ability of skill, imagination, and creativity. Now, let us come to the second phase of discussion, that is career aspect or prospect in graphic designing. Now, first I will discuss what kind of career you will choose, but what kind of career will really suits you by learning graphic designing. Now, today with the evolution of technology, graphic designing is broadly used in print media and electronic media. Now, you can choose any of those media as your career option, and you could be designated yourself in a job role like advertising, of different designing in different corporate sector, in leading newspaper, in magazine, in different ad agency. You could be a content writer, you could be designated as a logo designer, as a drawing illustrator, as a cartoon drawing expert, and many more. By learning graphic designing, you could be stood as a commercial packaging designer too. Infographics, another trending option, that is exchange of data and information by means of symbol and icons, that is visual graphics. So this could be your another career option you can choose by learning graphic designing. Now, most of the TV channels and news channels in the recent time are using TV motion graphics. That is, by using animation and compiling graphics, they are presenting different fictions of stories in presence of viewers and attract the viewers of different ages, and along with high definition of graphics for their promotion and branding of their networks and the channels. Now, the only difference between the print media and electronic media is the delivering pattern. We are creating design on same aspect, and the delivering mode, as you all know, that in case of print media is printing and publishing, and in case of electronic media is through electronic devices. Now, though electronic media is little bit advanced than print media, but both the industry have a huge prospect and good role to play in graphic designing. Now let us come to the next aspect, that is web designing. Now if you are a web designer or interested in web designing, you have to grab a knowledge in little bit knowledge in graphic designing too. Beside the knowledge of HTML and CSS, you have to learn graphics for the designing of logos in web pages and creation of modern web templates. That is why graphics has a good role to play in web designing houses too. Now, if you are asked for entertainment industry, so graphics play a preliminary role in entertainment industry by in case of direction of photography, creation of modern sets, makeup, and etc. So if you are interested in that glamorous world, so you can designate it yourself by learning graphic designing as a makeup artist, as a director of photography, and many more fictions associated with entertainment industry. Now, nowadays, fashion designer using graphics as the forefront for the designing of cloth material. Beside that, interior designer also using graphics for their drawing layouts and creations for the creation of modern accessories. E-commerce site also another career option for you by learning graphic designing. Now, as we all know that in the modern times, most of the people of our country relying on buying or selling product through online processes. As a result of that, e-commerce site are gradually increasing day by day. So in order to create that and build that e-commerce site, that companies require a higher number of designers. So in that case, it could be your choice or option for building this e-commerce site by learning graphic designing. Now we see that all these media have a good prospect in graphic designing. In fact, graphics play a mother role for the development of all these medias. So one thing I can say, you can choose a multiple career option and versatile career option by learning graphic designing. In fact, graphics is one of the trending career option for your future. Now, let us come to the software used in graphic designing. Photoshop is a raster graphics software or a mother graphics used in all purpose in the medias like web designing, in case of animation, in case of video editing, and many more. Other than that, CorelDRAW, a vector graphics software used for commercial purpose. Beside that, Illustrator, InDesign, and many more software like that has a great role to play for learning graphic designing. So dear student, hope you all enjoy this video and learn something from this video. Thanks.